Yeah, Doug says, after my abuse, I was not sure what was true and what wasn't inside my own head. It took me years to figure it out. Sandra says, my greatest regret was not listening to my instincts. 2 years later, I learned that they were spot on. So, one of the biggest reasons as to why we don't listen to our instincts has to do with our vulnerabilities, or what I call our empty buckets, and cognitive dissonance. Those two things go hand in hand all the time. Okay. And cognitive dissonance can also happen at other times, but it always happens when there's a vulnerability there. So, for example, okay, with let me think. Okay, so like with Jack, when I first met him, there were some red flags there, like because there always are, right? I wasn't. I mean, I just had that funny feeling about him early on. Same with Steve, and I glossed over it because there's this saying out there that hungry hearts eat lies, and emotional manipulators are relying on that. So it's kind of like when people get caught up in a cult or in any type of scam, especially like an online dating scam, where and I get emails like this all the time. People are like, Dana, how did this happen to me? I am a doctor, I'm an attorney, I'm a police officer, I'm, insert whatever profession that they feel like they should know better. And how did I get here? How did I should know? Again, like I was working in a domestic violence shelter. How did I not see these signs? How did I not know? And it's because our logical brain and our emotional brain are like, there's two different parts of our brain. And if we need some emotional needs met, if we are starved out for attention or affection, or and they're showering us, right, with attention and affection. Again, I think the easiest way to see this is with online dating scams. These people are preying on vulnerable people oftentimes, right? And then they start extorting money from them. Deep down, they know that something's wrong, but it's like they're in denial about it because they want this relationship so badly to work. And there's so much to it that's just, it's heartbreaking, because the more money they give, the more they realize something's wrong, but the more they feel like, I don't want to walk away now, because what if there's this 1% chance that this person could really be my future partner, and I don't want to offend them, and I don't want them to think I don't care, so I'm going to continue giving them money. And of course, friends and family are saying, what are you doing? You're nuts. This is a scam, or this person's not legit. And so because they don't want to give that up, they quit talking to friends and family about it. And so then it becomes this very isolating, very secretive, clandestine type activity that they're doing, and that's what happens with abuse, in any form, right? So there's this heavy component of isolation. So whether the abuser isolates the victim by taking them, moving them out into the country or to another city or to another state or what have you, or there's financial isolation, or there's this social isolation, which oftentimes is self-imposed by the target, because the target knows, I want to be with this person. Like, I'm really hoping that they're legitimate. Or in the case of an actual, person-to-person abusive relationship, they're thinking to themselves, I don't want to leave. Right? Because of course, again, like the good times are really good, the bad times are really bad. That right there, that is a hallmark trademark. One of the top warning signs that you are in an abusive relationship, because normal relationships don't run that way. The good times are not fairy tale good. The bad times are not Lifetime TV movie bad. Oh, so if a person's in a relationship and friends and family are saying, hey, this seems a little off, or I'm not okay with that. I don't like the way that this person talks to you or treats you, or, I've been hearing some things about this person. If we want to stay in that relationship, we're going to justify their bad behavior. And then odds are, to decrease that cognitive dissonance, which is a fancy term, $10 term for mental distress. It's mental distress that we feel when we're holding two conflicting beliefs at the same time. about the same topic. So if we're believing that we want to stay married to this person, but we're also, if we get new information that says that this person is a con artist, we have to choose one. Which belief are we now going to choose? If our action and our beliefs, the second part of this is our beliefs have to match up with our behavior. If our beliefs don't match up with our behavior, that's when we really start experiencing cognitive dissonance. And so to get them to match up, we generally justify things. This is why you see people acting very irrationally, you know, when they're in a cult, when they're dealing with an online dating scammer, when they're in an abusive relationship, because they're not seeing, they're not in reality. They're in this fog of cognitive dissonance. So they're in fantasy land of what they really want this relationship to be. And of course, it's hard too when you're in a relationship, however, it's abusive, right? If it's emotional, verbal, financial, whatever, physical, because emotional abusers move quick and they create this whirlwind. Their targets, we get tangled up with them very, very quickly. And so, they're quick to rush marriage and to, get another person pregnant, or to get pregnant, or to combine finances. So it's very difficult to leave once they've gotten their tentacles around you. So, yeah, there's just lots and lots of elements at play there.
Lots of love to you guys. You are not alone. You are not crazy, and you really can move forward and heal from this.